Once you wait it for about 24 hours, your domain, hosting and WordPress should start talking to each other. So the next step is to install WordPress on your website. So what you need to do is go back to gohosting.nz. That is the website that we've been working on as the host provider. So what you need to do is go to my account and under my account here and select login. Now hopefully you be able to remember your username and password that you have set up before. So go and log in, enter in your username and password and select login. Now once you've logged in, the services is displaying and also the domain as well. In this case, I created this domain only about 20 minutes ago. It's still in the status of pending, but the domain and the services are already there. So wait for about 24 hours for that domain to propagate. Now, when you go under services, this is the service that I have just paid. Yep, it's the 23rd of should be the 23rd of February, not 23rd of March, that I have just paid just before. So I know this is the next due date, which is the 23rd of March. And from on the left hand side, you can see you can add website backup as a system. You can add professional email address, some security, and also Weebly as well, if that is what you want to use. Now, all you have to do is actually the different services. You can go under my services, look at what are the services available. You can order some new services, if you want to upgrade to the WooCommerce plan and all those things. You can renew your domains from here. So this client area here, this is your main dashboard for your server. You'll be able to register a new domain. So in this case, the Newman Thomas 123 is one domain, but you can have unlimited domains. You can register that from here, or you can transfer the domain to us. You can do a domain search as well. You can add some more website security things, website backup, professional email. And with regards to billing, this is where you can have a look at the different invoices that you have. If you're on a monthly plan, your invoices will show up here. You can look at your quotes, your payment methods. You can set up PayPal. You can set up credit card payments from the payment. And if you need any help, there is some support areas and some knowledge base, some downloads where you can go. And this is the part where you can log out as well. You can change your contact details from here. You can view your email history, your profile. You can change your password. Everything is from here. Again, this is your server that you have access, so you can do quite a lot of things. So just click on the home page again. Let's go back there. And the next step is you need to access what's called your cPanel. So with the hosting, it comes with cPanel. So essentially cPanel is your hosting where you need to log in and install WordPress there, because WordPress needs to be installed separately because you can choose other platforms, other CMS, content management systems, if you don't want to use WordPress. So from a cPanel, you can see a whole lot of things here. You can see the disk usage, file usage. You can set up your email accounts from here. Now, I'm not going to go into details with this. That's going to be a video for another time. You can set your email forwarding from here. Website caching, you can read the news. You can manage your billing information. You can download some resources. You can register a new domain from here. You can manage your profile. You can upgrade and downgrade. You can open a ticket. There's a whole lot of things. You can access your file manager, and something that a lot of website developers like is the FTP accounts. You can look at the web disk, how much disk has been used. You can set up backup and all those things. You can access your databases from here. I recommend not to access them unless you know what you're doing. You can set up your domains, some subdomains from here, zone editor, which is the DNS side of things. Now again, I'm not going to go into the details because this is just to show you guys how easy it is to set up everything. IP blocker, SSL, there's a whole lot of things. Now There's a lot of scripts you can use to install your website. Like that's what I said, WordPress comes bundled with your hosting, but you need to set up WordPress quite different. So what you need to do is click on WordPress, and there is an install now blue button here, so click on that. Now I would recommend first and foremost to go HTTP as your protocol and www dot as your subdomain. You can do it this way. So if you want people to go HTTP, backslash and the Newman Thomas 123.com, you can do it that way. And the reason for that is it's probably easier to do it this way first, and then you can set up security and all those things later on. The site settings, don't worry about this, you'll be able to change this later on. Now the admin username, so you need an admin and username to access your cPanel or to access Go Hosting, so you can go to your cPanel, but you'll also need a username and password to access WordPress. Because once you've set up everything in your server on your cPanel, you don't actually need to go back and do all that stuff. All you have to do is just work, like just log into Weebly, just log into Wix, or just log into Shopify and just edit your website, edit WordPress in this case. So I'm going to go ahead and create a login. And I'm going to hide this, and I'm going to change that password. Now you can set up backups from here. You can choose some limits, some login attempts, whatever that may be. You can choose some themes here. So let's say I'm going to just randomly choose some themes here. Now you will be able to change your themes later on if you want to. I'm gonna go through one more. This looks like that's quite a nice theme to choose. Let's go with this one. So I'm gonna select this theme. So the bottom part, there's a select theme, and say yes, and go install. Now I'm going to talk a little bit more what themes are, what is a theme, what is a WordPress, what is a plugin. So what we're doing here is we are installing WordPress on your cPanel, which is your hosting. So think of when we talk about hosting, essentially we're talking about cPanel. When we talk about cPanel, we're essentially talking about your hosting service, and WordPress is we adding that as a plugin or as a system on our hosting. So give it a couple minutes for WordPress to install itself. And while that is happening, let's go back to our slide. So that is successful. Now, how WordPress works is there are plugins. So plugins are you can extend the functionality of your website. So for PayPal, if you want to add Stripe, if you want to add GmailPay, and all those things. And also the theme is just the layout of your website. So we installed the theme just now. So if I go to the newmanthomas.com, as you guys can see, the WordPress has already installed this theme. So this website looks really, really nice already before we could even go in and change the contact page, change the services page, change the about us page. So everything, it's there. I'm just gonna go down a little bit further so you guys can see, this information here, there's the photo information there. So it is pretty straightforward to get your website up and running as soon as possible. And that's the theme. It's just a general layout on your website, and the pages structures your website. What I mean is, there's a contact us page here that people can fill in, and you will receive the information. There's the services page here where people can look at the different services you provide. This is the about us. Now, what I'm quite interested to do is actually go back to WordPress and log in as the administrator. Now, the way to access your WordPress admin, actually maybe what I'll do is I'll log out from here. So I'll show you guys how to log in back to WordPress. So you go back to your domain name, so the newmanthomas.com, and don't worry if it's not secure, because that's something you can do later on. You can add security. And so the newmanthomas.com, and you go backslash and you go wp-admin. That will log you out, wp-admin, and this will take you to the login page. Remember, this is your WordPress login, so I'm going to go and enter that in, and enter in my password and log into the back end of WordPress. And from here you can see there's Jetpack. So Jetpack is the whole security and backup and all those things for your website. Post is if you want to add blogs on your website, if you want to add some post there. So media, this is where you upload all your files, your images, your photos, your videos. You can go there. Okay, let's give that a few seconds. Yep, so you can upload all your files from here. Pages, we talked about pages before. It structures your website. So from here you can, so I'll just bring this a little bit down. You can add about us page, blog page, and all those things, contact page. Optin is another plugin. WB Forms is another plugin. Mojo is another plugin. Appearance, this is where you play around with all the information. Plugins, I talk about plugins as the tools that you can use to extend the functionality of your website. In this particular case, it has the anti-spam, which I'm going to activate on this particular plugin here. And that's what I mean with the hosting provider. It comes with a whole lot of apps or plugins that that you need for your system. So go to plugins, install plugins. Hello Dolly, you don't really need that. You can actually go ahead and delete that. It's just a dummy plugin. There's Optin Master, Page Layer. There's a whole lot of things that you can do in Marketplace. I'm not going to go into the details on that. There's going to be a video for another time. But the general idea is, if I'm going to take a refresher, and we just gone through the demo. The general idea is you can set up WordPress on a hosting, but you need a domain as well. And once you've done that, you can now, once you log into WordPress, you can now go in here and customize the website the way you want. Now so we've just done a demo. Now there's a whole lot of plugins, there's a whole lot of themes that you can play around with. But if you need some help, you can go to our website, so thenewmanthomas.com, and go to the contact us page and send us an inquiry. And from here, just enter in your first name, last name, your your contact number, email, and comment, so that we will be able to help you with your website. So as you guys can see, it is very, very simple to create, to start. So I showed you guys exactly how to start your WordPress website, to design it. So you just need to set up in WordPress and look at the different pages and plugins, to update the website, and also to manage your website in WordPress. All right, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you guys don't mind, take a moment to like and to subscribe to this channel. And thank you all for your time.